So here I got the Ryobi 18 volt power inflator in. We're going to open it up and test it out. In the box it comes with the machine itself and the tool. The tool, relative to my hand, it's a very fat grip. However, I can wrap my hand around it still. It is a really big grip. It's not like a drill. It's got a button to turn it on and off. There is apparently where the hose can go through and hold itself. Down here it looks like we have some of the tip storage, and on the back is where it will give you the gauge of the pressure that it's pumping up. So here I've plugged in my OnePlus battery into the bottom. We'll give it a test. Not that loud. It's relatively quiet for what it is, handheld. Vibration. Very little vibration. Alright, so we're going to start out pretty simple and go on to my son's bike. So, traditional top. Just going to clip in, pull it tight. You can see it's pretty flat right now. And if you can see at the end here that we're at 60 pounds of pressure. And that took about 30 seconds to fill it from flat. Now we'll work on the front one. We just had a change in temperature. It's got lower, so all of the tires have changed. So clip it on. This one needs just a little bit less. And while pumping it went up to 130 psi. Right now it's saying it's 100. It is going down, so that is interesting. The other one stayed on about 10 and was going up to 20, 30, 40. This one's about 100 psi, and it's very odd that that's showing what it's showing. So I'm going to take it off, put it back on, close it. Now it's showing about 40 psi. So that was a little odd there. Maybe I didn't have it on all the way. Let's give it a pump and see what it does. And that moved it up to about 55. So I think I didn't have it on quite right when I first did it. So the true test is the car tire. All of the boxes show it can inflate it, so let's give it a try. Clip it on. It says to 44 psi. So right now we're at about 36. Pumped up. During pumping it said we got to about 45. When I let go, We got to about 43. We want to go to 44, so I'll go a little bit more. You lose about 2 pounds of pressure after you let go onto a car tire. We're about 44, 45 right there. And it took a little longer than I thought. It would have been much faster using the air compressor, the 6-gallon pancake I have, but it would take me a whole lot of time and effort to get it out of the shop and bring it out to the front of the house where the cars are located. So this saves a whole lot of effort, and so far it's been worth it. Let's try the other tires. Now we're doing the rear tire. Let's check what that's at. Saying about 36. And I'm at 45 right there. After I stopped filming, pumping up the tires to the car, I went around to all 3 of my cars and filled it up. We're in the season where we just changed from hot to cold, so all the tires were needing air. I ran this thing for about an hour and a half. You wouldn't normally do that, filling 4 tires per car, 3 cars total, but I wanted to test it in extreme condition. It worked well. I can tell you one thing, if you're going to be standing and holding this button down for about 30 minutes filling a tire, you're really sad that there isn't a connection or something to have it pressed without you having to hold it down. I eventually took a rubber band and wrapped it around and let it hold itself. The machine never got hot at the tip. The air coming out of the actual hose did get pretty hot. I could grab any part of the plastic, no problem, but I couldn't grab the hose, mainly from the tip down to about halfway. It was just too hot for my hand. Again, that's after about 30 minutes of continuous use. I have the 4 amp hour battery. It was fully charged when I first started doing it. If you can see right now, it's down to 1. That is about an hour and a half to 2 hours of continuous use, stopping between to switch to tires. This one 4 amp hour battery lasted for 12 tire fillings. I was going to go fill my trailer after I did the 3 cars. It was getting dark, it was cold, so I ended up just taking my air compressor, my 6-gallon Boss Hitch, and I filled up those 2 tires in about 5 minutes. Way faster than the Ryobi, but less convenient because I had to move everything around to actually get to where the tires were. Let's be honest, are you going to use this to fill your car's tires? You may do 1, but you ain't going to do 4 or more. It will work. If this is the only option you have for $19 plus a battery, it will absolutely work. You will just be standing outside holding this trigger for a really long time. After that second time I used it and the needle was moving at a weird pace, I've never had that problem again. It will fill and the needle will work correctly. It was just an odd fluke for that one filling. I didn't think I attached it correctly, I guess, from the start. So this isn't really an issue. I did compare it to a pressure gauge, and this was about 1 pound less than the pressure gauge shows. When you put it on, it shoots the needle out. So pretty accurate. So let's get down to something you're actually going to use this for. Not that you can't fill up a car tire, but it's not something you're going to use this every day for. I have 3 different bowls behind me, and inside here you're going to see that the needles are included inside of the base here. So they're hold in by pressure. One push that one push this way. So you grab it by the tip, try to get it in focus, pull it towards the center, and the needle pops out. Now, 2 of the things you have, one is the actual needle, the other one is a threaded plastic piece. I don't know what this goes to. I don't have anything yet. But I do know the needle. That's going to be used to fill up our balls. So let's go ahead and insert that into the hose, clamp it down, and fill up our balls. Our ball isn't that deflated, but it's good enough. So we're going to stick it into the hole, if I can find it, and pull. I'll have it tight down on my hand so you can see how it inflates. And that's how long it took to fill up this volleyball. Now we're going to try this different sized football. You can see it's pretty flat, so let's give it a try. And that's it. That was pretty fast. And finally, I have a size 3 kids soccer ball. Filled up pretty quick. And the last thing they have in this, again, you just pull from the outside to the center and it comes out, is a blower tip. So we're going to change the needle out that came with it. We're going to put in this blower tip. So this acts basically like an air gun. You can pull the trigger. Now you're just blowing air. Let's see how it works. So here we have the metal tip and the lighter plastic tip. I have the blower tip installed. Let's see if it can blow. Blew that plastic tip, no problem. You can feel it pulse. It's push, stop, push, stop, push, stop. Really, really fast, but you feel the pulsing of it. It's not a constant stream of air. It's so quick, though, that it will blow your sawdust or you know, a sign or just a little bit of something if you need it blown. This will work in a pinch. However, you're going to really want a big compressor if you're going to want to actually blow some major debris out of the way. It is a nice feature. I can see it being used for convenience, but not in any actual real-life shop applications. All right, now we're done with those, so we're going to store them back in. So we just put it down, drop in the center, and pull it to the front, and it clips in. Then the other side, we're going to go ahead and run. It's kind of how they store it, these two together. We're going to put it down and push it in. They are made to go on specific sides, so you can't flip-flop them around. But that stores them really well, and they are in there really good. You're not going to bang them out. You have to pull really hard to get these pieces out. So I do like that feature. You're not going to lose your needle. It's going to keep that in there really well for you. Finally, when you want to go ahead and store it when you're not using it, you can wrap the hose around. It clips into the top. There are some holes in here if you want to hang it on pegboard and a hook or something like that. One really nice feature is when you take the battery out to charge it, the item still stands storing straight up. So I'm just going to set it down and store it on a shelf. But you do have the option to go ahead and store it through these holes onto a hook or a pegboard or something. So there you guys have it. This is the Ryobi P737 air inflator. Will it do your sports toys? Absolutely. Your pool stuff? Absolutely. Your bicycles, kids bikes, adult bikes? Absolutely. And it'll do it fast. Main answer, will it do a car tire? Yes, it will. The lowest car tire I had was about
20 psi and went up to 45, it will definitely do it. It just takes about half an hour, and you have to pull this trigger in the entire time because there is no lock. So it will do it. It will do it well. It will do it on one battery. The battery lasts really long. It is a little bit loud. It's not as loud as a compressor, but your neighbors will know you're filling something up. If you want to find out more about this Ryobi Air Inflator, you can find them at ryobitools.com, Amazon, or Home Depot. At $19 is a really great value for my shop and my needs. I don't have to drag my pancake compressor out to my cars if I just need to air up a quick tire or something like that. And doing the kids' bicycle or balls, this works really well, really fast, and it runs on batteries I already have. Thanks for watching. I hope you hit the like button and give me a thumbs up down below if you like this video. Stay tuned for more, and I hope to see you next time.